river has always been a part of life of the neighborhood. Now it's time that we give back to the river, you know, protect the river, you know, be more concerned about the river as opposed to it just being something we need to cross. It needs to be something that we actually need to engage with. You know, you can't have life without water.
I think trying to bring the river back to life in the Haughville near Westside community is very important because the river is not going into place. If we can take advantage of the waterway and let it be attractive to potential homeowners to come into the community is great, and even businesses. And I think to try to bring it back to what it, not totally what it used to be because things have changed, but at least bring life back to the shores of the river is very important to help bring life back into the community.
So Belmont Beach and this project, this space is interesting because it's both special because of its history as a segregated beach and its history in the Haughville community, and it's also very ordinary in the sense that most of the spaces along the river are separated by under-resourced communities and primarily communities of color, and that's because the river was in such bad shape that that space was left open for those communities to move into. So we have poorer communities, and that separates more resourced communities in between the river.
What got me involved in the program was just seeing, the first thing I thought was diversity. The second thing I thought was just getting people together and being active at a unique location.
So professionally, for Visit Indy, we're in the business of communicating stories, of experiences, of discovery, about bringing people together for a common experience. And I think there's more to that than just sitting in a convention center. There's more to that than simply visiting Disneyland or having a fun time. It's about coming together of people of diverse backgrounds, of diverse understandings, to have a shared experience.
Good morning, Haughville. Thank you everyone for getting up this morning, coming out and celebrating this park. And I see it as a whole new beginning for Haughville.
The next generation will unravel the DNA of this here and now in a time capsule of X's and Y's. The ones who we said that we have been waiting for will have finally arrived.
I want to thank you on behalf of the city of Indianapolis. To all the neighborhood volunteers who helped plan and construct this park. I don't need to tell you, Haughville pride is alive and it is well.
Before it was just a mess. Now it's clean. It just feels good to be out here.
100 years forward of timelessness, we will be able to say to our children that yes, you were worth saving. So we decided to start with ourselves.
The stories of this site are, in some sense, a story of how, in our city's history, environmental degradation, racial and social injustices have too often been linked.
Well, you know, I really try not to think about the end of this project. I know that it was originally designed to be a temporary structure, but I don't like thinking about the end because I feel like what this actually is, beyond just being a project, beyond just being a temporary pop-up park, this is the beginning of something new. This is the beginning of a new era over here on the west side.
They will excavate this experience in 100 years forward of timelessness in a laboratory of new life, and they will want to know how we made it happen. You were worth saving, so we decided to start with ourselves.